Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is here, it is out, and it is finally time to see whether it was worth the many, many years of waiting. Honestly, from what I can tell based on what previews I have seen, I haven't seen a whole lot of footage though. So far as I can tell, it's something that will do okay at following up on Metroid Prime 1 and the rest of the games. But it will have a couple things that we'll need to be mindful of. But you know what? We are here. It is out. Let's see what it has to say for itself. Alright, gotta go through the title card as always. At least that's running at 60 FPS. Stream it this time? Why not? You think I'm gonna wait for my normal stream time for something like this? Heck no. So it begins. I'm gonna be very curious to see how this does. So what have we got in the settings here? Okay, so I want to turn up the brightness a little bit. Let's see, I've set it to... Alright, don't need to mess with too much there. Well, we might need to mess with one of these eventually. Huh, they don't have mouse mode enabled for that, huh? Okay, so be it. So... Let's see, I have to beat the game on normal to unlock hard mode? Very well. Just give me 1 second. I'm barely heading to lunch? Well, I just wrapped up work on my side. Oh yeah, I forget. If I'm remembering correctly, you're over in the the West Coast, right? Cosmic Year 29X9, huh? So Silex is being geared toward... Oh, and he's leading space pirates? I clearly know everything. So, I believe the space pirates are being controlled by Metroids that have the ability to fuse with other life forms and control their minds. Oh, that'll be fun. Alrighty. So that'll be the opener. Let's see what it has to say for itself. As soon as we land, I guess I'll get to see how good the mouse controls are, won't I? That'll be the fun part. Whether my desk will have enough space for it and my normal mouse. Oh, it's so pretty! Audio level good, chat? I did a basic check before I started, but... It's so pretty! Using a similar sound effect to the power beam. That's a nice touch. It looks so good. Oh yeah, this is gorgeous. Alrighty, so, let me control it already. Let me get in there. I know we gotta set things up and look all dramatic-like, but still. Look at the detail on that. If this is all in-game, it's all in-game. Oh, that's glorious. I really wish I had a 4K display to properly show this off, but I switched it to performance mode since that I'm streaming 1080. Alrighty. Interesting. They're not using gyro? Hold on. Are they not using gyro? Amiibo, huh? Control scheme. It looks like... Alright, so we have a choice between either dual stick and mouse versus pointer and mouse. Oh wow, that is a really sensitive gyro. Hang on, let me make sure that's reset properly. Holy crap, that's a sensitive gyro. Hang on. Okay, let's make sure it's pointed correctly. That is a really sensitive gyro. Is there a way to reset the gyro? Okay, there's Morph Ball. Okay, so I'll have that in order to reset it. What about mouse controls? Well, given how I tend to operate, let's switch it back. I'm kind of surprised we can... Well, let's see, view and edit... Ooh! We have complete control over it. Okay, so what does it look like? What do the camera controls look like here? Okay, not... interesting. Okay. I'm kind of surprised there's no instance where you could reset... Is there really no way to reset the camera if you're... Oh, reset camera on cursor. Okay. Hang on, let's see how this works. Man, that is super sensitive. Holy crap. At least I can reset it. Alright, we'll try it for a little bit, but... Oops. Alright, we'll try it out. Well, here's the important part. Alright, reset. Yeah, let's try just... Alright, let's go back to this real quick. Because I think, honestly, with how I tend to operate... Oh, that's some super sensitive mouse as well. That is super sensitive, holy crap.
How'd they get the drop on us? This ain't no usual invasion. They're up to something.
Okay. Hang on, I'm gonna move my actual mouse out of the way so I can get...
I can't believe it. We're holding our position, but the artifact is at risk. We need immediate... Samus, you made it. Command needs you to secure a sensitive artifact. Uploading coordinates now.
Actually,
When
here's
you're
what I
ready,
should do.
scan the door and head through.
Alright, gotta have our tutorial. Let's see, what if I have the mouse set here? Area map, excellent. Yeah, I can already see the million fails. Yeah. Alright. Oops, here we are. Okay, cool. Oh, and it even shows how you're moving that. That is a really sensitive mouse, holy crap. Is there a way to mess with that? I mean, I have a sensitive mouse. That's a sensitive mouse. Okay. Oh, actually, hang on. If I can mess with motion control sensitivity as well, let's knock that down considerably as well. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Okay. Clearly the most invigorating of circumstances. Alright, that's much easier. Okay, that's much better. Okay, good. There are sensitivity options. Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna knock that down a bit further, just to make sure. And then I think I'll knock down mouse sensitivity as well, since I don't need it that bad. Oh yeah, they've got a... Oh, actually, they've got a dead zone too. That's useful. Alrighty.
We'll hold position here. Go get him, Samus.
Okay, so I can... Alright, so if ever I need to lock on, I can do that. Good to know. Alright, cool. Alright. Eventually I'll get the sensitivity where I like it. Sorry, this is probably absolutely invigorating. Okay, so there's a dead zone I can work with. Why is the aiming sensitivity on that set so high as well? Okay. Let's try this. Alright, reset. Alright, more fall I assume? Yep. Cool. Hello. Alright. You don't say. Oh yeah, I just remember to let go of that. Right. There we go. Okay. And then if I want to swap to mouse... I'll have to try this in front of my TV when I get a chance. See how well it works. Okay. There we go. At least the visuals are nice. I am, as always.
Alpha Squad, heads up. Pirates are attempting breach on your position. I repeat, pirates are gonna blow the door. Do you copy?
Just gonna drop us right in? Nope. Put us on the other side. Already giving us an energy tank. That seems a bit early for that. Let's see. Alright. Well, at least I know that well enough.
Friendly, check your fire.
What's up? Alright. Now I've got a sense for it again.
What do we do now? What's our orders? This is the fallback point. We hold this line because there's nowhere else to go. Yes, Sergeant.
Hang on. Oh, I see. I'm intelligent. I clearly need to read. Alright, scan this again. Presumably. Yep. Alright. Lock onto the central node and hold it. Actually, while I'm here, reset. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna mess with the Y sensitivity on that. We're gonna be at this for a while. Let's see. Control scheme. Actually. Let's try this. Alright, so reset. Alright, cool. Okay. The reset's what's throwing me. Okay, I'll probably end up just using gyro after all. Okay, reset. Alright, cool. There we are. I'm getting the vibe of that one Jurassic World shooter game in every arcade known to man.
Careful! I need to secure this thing.
We're out of time. Let's go.
Right on time for us. Hello. You're ugly.
Protect the artifact.
That's lovely. This our introductory boss fight then? Apparently. Looks so pretty. Not even doing any damage to that one. Oh, no, that is the weak point. Huh. Okay, so while they've got that shield over it... Good to know. May as well just have the charge beam going while I wait. Huh. Was there a bit of homing on that shot? Huh. Samus sounded different than how she did in 1 through 3. Although I suppose that's not terribly surprising. I think it's the same actress who did Dread, who I think is different from what we had in Prime, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. Good to remember. Alright, who's next? Alright, so I have to hit all 4 weak points. Well, 3 weak points, apparently. Well, at least I've always got something to shoot at then. Kinda surprised they haven't given us missiles yet, since this is early game, but I guess we'll see that before too long. Oh, they even gave a bit of energy from hitting that weak point. Ow! Okay, that's why they gave us it. Because of idiots like me, apparently. Huh, okay. That's new. Relatively basic thus far, just to get us... Oh, right. Learn the attack patterns after all. Oh, interesting. Huh. So it's centered on you, so if I'm in the middle of a jump when that's going ahead. Fascinating. I wonder how you're supposed to do this if you don't have gyro or mouse. Alright, that's good. Oh, does that have a homing component to it? I wonder if I can mess with the FOV later. Come on. Ah, deflect. Well, at least it didn't matter this time. Ah, well, I guess that's one way to avoid it. Gotcha! Alrighty, not too bad. A bit of a basic introductory boss fight, but still, not a bad one. Gave me a good chance to get used to the gyro at least. Dramatic music playing. You know, you should probably start shooting Samus. There you go. Okay, good. You're not just standing around. Excellent. That artifact's going to be important for something, isn't it? You good? I mean, I know you're not, but still. Alright. Surprised they didn't strip us of the various suit or any of our equipment along the way. Though I suppose they kept us started out at a fairly basic point. I feel like that would work better if you didn't put the text up there. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. Take a look around. Oh, okay, there you go. So it'll show us the various suit, but the various suit component is just broken. Okay. Even took away... We even had boost ball? Oh, well, to be fair. Gotta reset things, right? Okay. Let's have a look-see. Wherefore did we end up? And what might you be? Okay. Do you have anything to... I'm surprised they made us walk that distance. If they were just gonna go straight back into cutscene mode. And these. Similar design as to the artifact that we were ostensibly guarding. I guess you're the only one who can open these, huh? Makes sense. Alright, you just wanted me to walk forward enough before you opened it. Fair enough. I see down properly? Oh, yeah, not really, but... What's up? Alright. I'm kind of surprised we can't have recoil damage. Probably for the best given how I tend to operate, but still. You're taking your sweet time opening all of this up. Taking your probably sweet time on all this. Am I allowed up? Oh, I see. We're just clearing the way. Because we don't have double jump yet. Oh, and there's something guarding it anyway. There we go. That looks more like it. What are all of these? Which direction am I supposed to go, then? Actually, I should be scanning these, shouldn't I? Technology used... Hang on, what was that? Construct this device cannot be identified. Yeah, I need to remember, this is Le Metroid. I should be scanning the everything. Statue of an unknown species, composed of an unknown material. Local database contains no matches for the material's geometric signature. What about you boys? An android created using an unknown technology. No energy signal detected. What might you be? More androids. Can I mess with the scroll speed at all? Probably don't need to adjust aiming sensitivity. Well, let's see. Oh, camera. Let's see what effect that has. Alright, a little snappier. Good. Analysis implies that this is a slot for storing a mechanoid. Local database contains no matches. What about you? Unknown hologram technology. Interesting. What's the map give us right now? And basically just a straight pathway. Oh, hang on. Something below us? What's down this way? Well, that looks important. Energy signals detected coming from the central section. Alright, well, we knew that part. Ah, you again. I should scan you next chance I get. In theory. There's a lot of scanning I should have done if I'm gonna be thinking in those terms. Let me scan you, dang it. I will do it. A mechanoid variant. Alright, so it's gonna be a lot of no matches, huh? Guess that's to be expected? Oh, that's in range to scan. That's kind of surprising. Part of a device made with unknown technology. A bit arbitrary that they're waiting for me to step that far forward before allowing me onward, especially given how close it is to the ledge. Okay, so we've got that guy tracked in there. Still gathering at its forehead, huh? Well, it is changing subtly, so let's see what it does. Are you just gonna stay there, or... There you go. No access to visors in here. Looks like I'm on a... Looks like I'm on a rail. I am able to move, but... Looks as if I'm being compelled to move in a particular direction independent of anything I choose. Now what might that be over... Who are you? Gesturing me to go in that direction. Assuming all of you will? Yes. Unsurprising. I'm sure this will have no negative ramifications whatsoever. Chosen one. Release the latent psychic powers residing within you and enables interacting with psychic technology using your visor. Alright, press A to fire a psychic beam and switch to psychic. Okay. So I can still scan as before. Statue made of Umozanite, depicting a Lemorn. His forehead has a crystal design. Subject identified as a priest able to manipulate psychic energy. Psychic assembler. Forms objects by bonding orb molecule nanomachine. Nanomachine, son. Floating throughout the environment. Operated using psychic energy. Okay. So they're incorporating the initial psychic power into the scanner, huh? Okay. That's why they made a big deal of having us scan for some of the doors and blast some of the others. Okay. There are one-way versions as well, huh? Okay. I guess we'll see that when the time comes. Okay, so now that I've got the psychic beam, as it were, I guess that allows me to interact with these, huh? What do we got? Elevator to Chrono Tower Pinnacle enabled. Touch the hologram to activate. Same deal is here? Cool. Alrighty. Let's see what lies above. Actually, I should have scanned those too while I was at it, huh? There's a lot of things I should have scanned. I'll be more thorough on my own time, I suppose. I want to be thorough if I end up wanting to review this. What's that noise? Ah, here we are. Felt like we were getting near the top. I had a wide pavilion. Well, I had a wide area for this. Now, what might this be?
Ilante, Enkia, Shatoyan Fulun, Halas, Najakom, Salan Lamor,
Surviving priest, huh?
Shati Hara, Shiatim Akuntim Tare, Ej Lamor, Kitlana, Aluti, Naritin Gatlate, Salake, Shajram, Lamor Asadum, King Shagrim. Shati Haram, Dunshi Zanate, Javiros, Sege Osam, Enkia Richanyo, Enkia Shatasek Salan Lamor, Kazdul Charam, Sechana Kalam, Dala Echus, Eslatin Kinyotara, Sege Osam, Kinshasa, Santio Donitsen, Dojensi. Ensure Itzi Antikash Anul.
Interesting, so that's how they're setting up the scenario, not just throwing us into it, huh?
Turits and Dingite. Bachata Da Shale.
Teleportation field generated by psychic energy. Their creation was a skill unique to Lemorn priests. Contact instantly teleports object to the location designated by its creator. I'm assuming I'm hang on, what am I scanning over here? Interesting. Psychic ball track. Okay. So eventually I'll have that to look forward to. What's over in this direction? Alright, similar deal here, right? Yep. Presumably that's going to not be the case around here. If there is anything around this direction, it'll likely be something different. I guess we'll see. Either way, Geronimo! Oh, fine, make me push the button. At least it looks pretty. Here we are. Okay. So, what's our map have to start with? Okay, so we'll have a small lip over there that might lead to something eventually. This looks like something Google would give me for a wallpaper. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. Location of teleporter key confirmed. Specifically 4K epic wallpaper? Okay, that sounds like a compliment. Garden of Remembrance. Okay. Well, nothing for it but to start wandering in that direction. Alright, anything of note down this way? What might you be? I had to find out for certain, right? Even these are scannable? Okay. Gather their pungent contents. Okay. For the usual then. We'll see how much I need to blast away. Eventually. What are you? Fine. What are you? Red relic ant. Okay. And there they go. Whatever they are. Huh, I was surprised it gave me that one. Kinda surprised at how much leeway it gave me on that one. Ah, an ancient statue, carved from a single stone. Item detected within, huh? I'm assuming I don't have the power to break that open right now. I'll probably need a missile. Probably the extent of what I'll need to be fair, but... Giant spiral. That's a plant morphology. Its leaves extend in a spiral and display a response to any impact stimulation. In other words, it's a door. Yep. Homing spore. Okay. Alright, so blast them before they get too close. Got it. Simple enough. Just in case I haven't scanned this yet, which it doesn't look like I have. Alrighty, small energy, very well. And here's our trailer shot. Pretty. Let's see what we can find out there. Alright, reset. Interesting. Is that the temple that I need to worry about? That might be the right direction, actually. Let's make sure we're facing the right direction. Actually, yeah. I think it probably is. Okay, now that I've got the orientation correct. We've got the large tree over there, which we'll probably be able to mess with eventually. Then we've got that. Alright, I guess that's the direction we're heading in. See that mountain? You can climb it, clearly. Also, I saw an enemy blip on the mini-map. I wasn't just imagining things, was I? No, I was not. What are you? Alrighty. too complicated yet. Ah, more of you, huh? Cool. Also, did I not get a scan of whatever this is? Apparently not. Okay. But if I want to blast it, I have to hit it before it closes up, huh? Okay. Die, nature! Oh, hello. You're new. Plant, huh? Come on. Okay, so that's how it closes up. Cool. At least it falls easily enough. When combined with something else that could probably be deadly, but for now at least. This is still the opening area, they don't want to completely overwhelm us with nonsense. What might you be? Oh, not what I was planning on looking at. Ancient purification site. Holds spiritual significance to visiting the morn. Structure collapsed due to an earthquake, blocking water flow. What about you? Ah, more homeless people. Set? There we go. Oh. Just a spot, huh? What are you? Oh, you're throwing out homing spores. Okay. Alright, let's take care of that right now. Oh, interesting. So I have to wait for you to open up and then blast. Okay, cool. Very well. It's so pretty! Really good texture work on this. Really good texture work on this. Especially by Switch standards. I'll be very curious to see how it does on... Well, my old Switch is currently set up on my TV. I'll have to see how well it performs there. Practical for psychic mote is built into it. Okay. What is meant by psychic mote, I wonder? Mote socket. Susceptible detects a psychic mote, a spherical coalescence of psychic energy that acts as a... Alright, psychic ability seal variant. Okay. Presumably I need to go and find these psychic motes, or rather a way to interact with them in order to proceed. That would be my best guess. You gonna let me scan this, or what? Formed by compressing psychic energy. Standing on them requires psychic boots. Which I do not have, apparently. Okay. That's how they'll make me double back later. That looks important. Scout bot. Electric shock will activate it, huh? Doesn't look like I have the means to... Actually, wait, hang on. I don't have morph bombs? Must have lost them when everything happened. I apparently do not have morph bombs. Good to know. Let's see. Kinda surprised I didn't have a scan for that yet. Honeberry. Okay. Now what might you be? Carnivorous plant, huh? Interesting that it fires a bunch of shots before it eventually decides to... Oh, okay, no psychic block. Actually... Here it is. What if I blast this? Okay, cool. Okay, so there were a couple of receptacles for motes over this way. There we go. So is this way actually passable? With what I have now, it doesn't look it. I wonder how I open the other direction then if I don't have any of the psychic motes to support. Guess we'll find out before too long, hopefully. That was a quick respawn. Good to know that it is that quick, though. Definitely not playing Silk Song. Get back to that game at some point. Come on. I know you want to. There you go. You look important. Ah, cool. Psychic sensor. There we go. I guess that's how they ensure that you continue using this the whole time, right? Cool. Works in combination with the psychic visor, enabling telekinetic control over psychic objects such as motes. Alright. Let us has. I don't think they've got enough dramatic choir yet. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, simple enough. Presumably I can only hold one of those at a time. Oh, I see. That's why I couldn't open it. I had to come back that way. Okay, neat. How are we looking as far as the map is concerned? Okay, so there's that way that we'll need to look at. So I'll need to go and grab a couple of psychic motes, presumably, before I'm allowed to press ahead. Although, question. I'm assuming I'm still not allowed to do anything to you? Okay. We'll come back to it at some point. Presumably. Okay. Oh, and it'll shoot back if I miss, huh? I guess that makes sense. Fairly generous as far as what it allows you to grab, too. Well, actually, how generous is it? If I aim over this way... Wow, really generous. And again, we're not dealing with my... Well, we're not dealing with my mouse over here, so... Well, my PC's mouse, so I guess that makes sense. Oh, okay. I'm in control of it using my left analog. Oh, okay, interesting. Hang on, is it... Oh, it's following my gyro. I thought it was following my left analog for a second. Fascinating. Ooh, useful. I'll take that. What are you? Rude, apparently. Right. And then presumably that's a shred nest. Clearly, when I'm getting spat upon by the creatures, is when I need to actually... You aren't dying, are you? Although vulnerable to explosive force, so I should probably just move on for now. Especially since they die quick. Presumably I'll get the missiles I need in order to deal with them later.
Data received.
Distress speaking, huh? Alright. we weren't the only ones pulled in, huh? Guess that makes sense. Although, I did hear about one aspect of it that I suppose we'll see when we reach there. Hello. Ah, heck. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, save point. Excellent. "15 minutes in and they're only giving me a save point now, huh?" And to be fair, a decent number of those initial minutes were me fiddling with the controls, getting them comfortable. So, am I really one to talk? Probably not. How are you all doing in chat? You doing alright? Be destroyed with an explosive force, huh? I seriously don't have my morph bombs anymore. Another with an explosive force. Let's see. Taking a look at the map. So I do need to head through there in order to get that. But if I'm being barred by that resin, or what I'm assuming is resin, probably best to keep looking around elsewhere first. There we go. Oh, another pathway blocked off. Okay, there's a lot of stuff blocked off by this resin. Now, where's this gonna take us? Should I be worried about all the noises being made? Why did the music suddenly shift? Alright, where's that put us? Okay. So this is obviously the direction we're supposed to go. What was that? Isopod. Whoops. Are those gonna bar the way or run away from me? I'm not gonna end up in a maze of some kind, am I? It could be. Guess we'll find out. We're about to hit a boss fight, aren't we? This screams we're about to hit a boss fight. And you can't tell me otherwise. When are we gonna meet that thing's mother? Or boss? Oh, hey, look, cutscene. Why are we zooming in on the creature? Oh! Okay, yeah, you're making a big deal out of this thing. And of course, you're not going to show us the creature that actually did it, because that's going to be at least a mini-boss, knowing our luck. Okay, at least that was possible to blast open, although I can probably scan for it. Interesting. But wait, that was the beetle that was resting atop it. Okay. What about this? Highly flammable. And that looks like a missile well, what is that? I would guess missile expansion, but I don't know what the missiles look like yet. Guess we'll find out. Should I be worried about why that one is impaled? Put it out of its misery. Actually, do I have something on this? Yep. Presumably I can go underneath it. Standard firearms, huh? Cool. Oh. That looks like something that I can't return from. Let's jump down. It'll be fun. Yeah, definitely can't return from this. Okay, point of no return. Let's go. Keep going. I'm sure it'll go swimmingly.
Oh, wow. Wow. What a mess. You're alone on a planet, no hope of survival. But you're also not sitting next to Phil anymore in that cubicle, so...
Oh boy. Is this what I've heard about?
Okay. What? What now? Samus? Samus Aran? Hey! Hey, Samus Aran! Oh, stop!
And you're gonna fall.
Please get me down. I'll just stay right here. Try
You
not to die.
are a Marine, right? Okay. I heard about this. I don't know how bad it's actually going to be because I explicitly avoided looking at any clips or anything of the sort. Is where the distress beacon is? I guess so. So, I explicitly avoided looking up any of the clips or anything of the sort because I want to see firsthand how obnoxious or otherwise it is. You are a Marine, right?
Oh! I think it's working. Shoot some more.
What, you don't feel comfortable just jumping down here?
What was that? Okay, that did not sound friendly. Ah, okay, I got it. Oh, no.
You are a Marine, right? Oh, you don't even see the guy as a threat? Okay, I can see something amusing in that respect. What are you? Strange creature things. Jungle Griever. Alright.
What are these things?
Special is what? Yeah, backing me into a corner if I'm letting him. Okay. Lock on, but don't rely on it. Overwatch. Ah, I did not set that up the way it needed. Oh, hello. When'd you get behind me? Unless...
Oh no, there's too many of them. Wait, don't shoot me down yet. It's not safe.
What if I do anyway? I think it'll be funny if I do.
Get away from me.
You know, you could run down and get your gun. You know that is an option, right? You could go and get your gun. Wait, I'm taking a lot of damage. What's behind me? You're gonna sit still like that.
We're good. Okay.
Why are you like this?
I'm coming down.
Could have done that earlier. Could have grabbed your gun. Could have been useful.
I'm a specialist, Miles McKenzie, engineer level 4. I have something for you. Hold on, I gotta manually override this. These X7s tend to stick a little. Come on.
Really, you could just climb in.
Oh, boy, this is really jammed.
How much is this game gonna think this is funny? That's what I'm curious about.
Hang on. I got it.
How long will this game think this is funny if I just leave this here? Hang on. I'm gonna set down my Joy-Con and reset.
If I put my weight here, then it should.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I felt it move. Hang on.
You're not at least gonna try doing pull-ups or anything?
Almost got it. Almost got it. Son of a...
Yeah? I mean, you justified a little bit by saying engineering core instead of marine, but come on, you would have gone through basic. Come on, you should be able to handle stuff like this.
Almost got it. Almost got it.
Alright, it's starting to repeat. Alright. So anyway, I started blasting.
See? No biggie.
Yeah, I'm starting to see where the annoyance comes from. If he lasts for a while, I could see that getting very annoying. Also, how would he have known that this would be helpful? Would he have known? Probably not. I guess we'll see. Also, if you knew this was in here, why wouldn't you bust it out? If you're an engineer, that means you solve problems. Like, how do I stop some big mean Mother Hubbard from tearing me a structurally superfluous new behind? The answer, use a missile. And if that don't work, use more missile.
Token of my appreciation. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna tag along.
Well, as long as you don't drop your gun.
It might be a good idea to check the map and get our bearings.
Okay, that's gonna get very annoying. What are you? Artificial fusion of flora and fauna made using Lemorn biotech. Interesting.
Samus, please shoot that thing. It won't stop moving.
Alright, so R is our missile button, huh? Are you gonna do that the whole time? Better not. Really? Well, at least you're actually using your firearm.
How about we avoid any standing water? Those things seem pretty territorial.
How about you avoid speaking? Well, at least we've got the save point right now. Okay, yeah. I'll be very curious to see how long he sticks around for. If it ends up being the entire rest of the mission,
It's not as old as the rest of these rooms. What do you think it's doing?
okay, now that's an observation that I don't necessarily mind.
Trying to kill us.
You must be new here.
Missiles are effective against a creature with a hard target.
Do me a favor, never speak again. There are better ways. You know what would be great? Letting us figure that out on our own. Or, you know, doing it through a tooltip. You know, like the scan that says explosive force.
Wow, look up there. That is one massive tree. Must be thousands of years old.
I'm not even gonna give a sanctity of Metroid argument. Oh, that was easy. I'm not even gonna give a sanctity of Metroid argument, because honestly, Metroid Prime 3 had NPCs as well. And it worked just fine there. Having NPCs in and of itself isn't a problem. As long as they aren't a major distraction, or at least are offering useful information, such as if they had their own scanner that was giving different information. I mean, this guy's an engineer, right? If once we get... You should really have had this guy in a... Well, not in a jungle area, but in an area that's more mechanical. Perhaps he might have some insight into the mechanics of how this place works. That, I think, might have worked.
Don't want anyone in here.
A commentary like that is just completely bloody useless.
What? How'd you do that?
Now, a comment like that is perfectly fine. Asking how we did that? Perfectly acceptable as a comment.
I've never seen anything like this. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna stay out of your way.
Then why would you run forward? Why would you run forward then? That's one way to get rid of him. Oh, shit. Well, that just happened. My friend was right, I was going to hate this. Holy crap. Oh shoot, they're actually hurting. That's a health bar, huh? Oh yeah, if I want the missiles to actually be homing, I got it. Alright, there we go. I'm so concerned. Although you'll probably force me to restart if you actually die, won't you? So, are you able to heal thyself?
This is the last stretch. I'm going for it. Cover me.
Okay, they did at least reset your health bar, so that's fine. I can live with the health bar reset in that respect, so that it's not the most, at least from a gameplay standpoint. Although by the looks of it, actually I'm curious. You know what, let's not blast him with a rocket jet. Oh, hello. Yeah, it looks like he just took a hit right to the face and didn't die.
That was a close one. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it. Thank you, Samus.
You know, we wouldn't have known that everything's fine.
Let's get out of here.
You know, we wouldn't have thought everything was fine if you didn't tell the music to dial it down a notch. Are you coming? Alright, I'm curious.
I'm good. I'm okay.
I miss Halo Combat Evolved. If you're gonna do Halo, at least do Halo that to where it makes sense. Where it's not annoying. Oh hey Regal, how you doing? Are you winning? Well, I haven't died yet. Haven't lost the freeloader yet, but can't win them all. What might this be? Ancient Lemurian object with a plant motif. The sockets for 2 motes. And where can the mote be found? There's one, but... scan this first. Psychic box. Open when energy is received by its linked sensor. Okay. That makes sense to me. Camario. Hey, yeah. That is
I
giant.
have no idea what we're doing, but it feels like it's working.
I don't like you. Hang on, there's a talk button?
If you run across anything that's so tough you can't get through it, missiles might help.
You know, if you were to save tooltips like that by just walking up and hitting the talk button, that might even be acceptable, but trying to give the tutorial prompts while we're in the midst of it? Yeah, well. I'm gonna be complaining about this a lot, aren't I? We'll see.
That one sealed up tight, huh?
No comments beyond that. Whoops. There we go. Alright, that's... retrieve the mote. Whoops. At least it returns to where it came from.
Well, I'll be. It did work.
know what we did. Oh, interesting. This. Control beam. Generates a charged psychic beam that can be controlled via telepathy? Time slows to a near standstill while the beam is in flight. Okay. Alright, psychic charge beam shots launched while using the hang on. Psychic charge beams launched while using the psychic visor. Hang on. So I can still... Huh. Curious. Oh, I see. That's how you're gonna make me do it. Okay. That's neat. I'd be curious to see how difficult those end up being, per se, but interesting.
That door just opened all by itself.
What? Wait, you weren't able to see the charge beam? Huh. That's random. Of course, from underground ruins, huh?
No way. A Mark 99 mech? I'd recognize that frame anywhere. Mark 99 mech, this is Samus Aran. Bounty hunter? You know her. She's famous. You look very familiar. Betsy?
Really?
What are you doing here? I worked on her back at base. I'll take a few scans. Maybe we can come back here and get her. Poor baby. She's torn apart. If we could find the missing pieces. I bet we could get her up and running again. I poured my heart and soul into that mech. Poor Betsy.
Now, if that were the extent of the humor coming from you, that would probably be acceptable. Are you just gonna linger here the whole time, or are you gonna be... Oh, it looks like the moment that I decided to move on, you moved on. Alright, I guess you're tagging along for a while yet, huh? Huh. What's this? Control system built by the Lemore, used in the Machine era. Currently inactive. Huh.
Look at this place.
So, what Mackenzie mentioned about some parts looking much more older than others, so... Well, I guess that does make a degree of sense. You wouldn't have it be wholly static, primarily used for ventilation of blockages detected. Presumably that's how I opened this door, right? The ones that are only open one way? Yeesh. Currently offline, so presumably there's something I'll need to blast on that side. So, I guess then, while we're here... Anything of note through here? Doesn't look it. I want to try another shot, though. Out of morbid curiosity, if nothing else. Oh wow, the turn radius on this is actually really good. You can see basically an entire room with this.
Translation key.
Huh. Okay.
I'm just gonna push buttons and see what happens.
Should I be nervous about whatever the heck you're doing?
See? The button pushing strategy always pays off. But I do not know what to do next. So, Samus, would you give it a try? Wait, you can interface with their tech, which means you can understand it. which means you've received translation data, which opens up a world of possibilities. Once I get this working, we can use this tech to our advantage. I just need remote access to your logs.
Can we shoot him?
Oh, this data chip. You think it'll work? Wow, that is fascinating. Thank you. We'll put this here. Let's see. This should do the trick.
Okay.
All right, look at that! We got power! Well, one door is still locked, the other one is malfunctioning. Hey, but it's progress! Okay, all this is gonna take a while to figure out, so I'm gonna stay here if you wanna scout ahead. It's about to get real nerdy in here.
You see, I was okay with it until that last line. Let's see. How long until he dies? Good question. I don't know. Probably never, unfortunately. But you know what? We'll manage eventually. Who are the Lemorn? Do we know that yet? So far as we can tell, they are a lost civilization who foresaw their impending demise and foresaw someone like Samus coming along. That's all we really know. And they also are the ones who gave her the psychic powers. Where I can do stuff like this. So actually, now that that's partially operational, can I blast it on this side now? Yes! Cool.
That's one way to do it.
Okay.
This is one extensive database.
Oh, good. Safe spot. Excellent. Although I think the disappointing thing about Mackenzie thus far is that I can see the idea they had. And it could have worked, but they needed to dial back on the... Well, they needed to dial back on the Millennial by 50%, and I think it would have been fine. So I suppose time will tell if it gets any better, but... Well, I suppose it depends on how often we have to interact with him. I mean, if he starts getting on the intercom while he's working on deciphering whatever is in there, then we might have problems. If there are long stretches where it's just normal Metroid, I don't... Well, in theory it'll be better, but I suppose we'll find out. Oh, hang on, what this? I was not paying enough attention. Hello.
Shadi hello. Ila dinji te asna. Dinji galan.
Temple of Memory. That's convenient.
Algadina. Lamornalas. Indanish Gathalate Sadebelek Anchandigas. Gadis.
Or through prayers. Interesting.
Shisanate Maranaka. And Celine Sadebelek Galanshe. Chisana Shagatun Adebelek Great Galanshe.
Interesting. So some kind of biotech?
Shadiha is Kalagangetishakam. Siatin virus. Kalagangetishakam.
Oh, interesting. They used the term Vuros when saying planets. Interesting.
Ashati haram. Intendina galamshi. Sike taram.
I guess this is going to be our central location that we need to work with, huh? Okay. Fascinating. I don't have any green energy crystals to deposit, so presumably these are energy crystals that we gather on as we're going out into boot. That's what I would assume anyway. Ancient arrow. Oh, I see what they want here. Presumably they want to... Yeah, if they're gonna have the same motif and have it slowed down to basically nothing. Now I understand why they gave this such a really good turn radius. Oh, interesting. It took one of the blips that are hovering around it, too. Fascinating. I really should have gotten a scan of that first. I really should have gotten a scan of that. Okay. Broken by a concussive blast, huh? I wonder what's meant by a concussive blast. Although by the looks of it, we're going to be doubling back here pretty frequently. So I guess we'll find out in due course what's meant by that. This looks fascinating. Oh, hang on. So they mentioned 5 places that we need to go, presumably. So I guess this is meant to be... Holds modes for making a psychic recording, huh? Okay, and it looks like that's going to be the case with all of them. Do I got anything special from here? Psychic recording data playback device. Emits images and text recordings within a mode. Okay. Oh, hang on. Huh. Ah, heck. Now that I've centered it on, expected there'd be a moat that I could bust out after centering it like that. Although it doesn't look... Although perhaps I have to find something specific to an area before it'll actually slot into place, perhaps? Well, this is a Metroidvania. We can always come back here. Well, this is Metroid. We can always come back later. What do we got? There's a description of the individual. Is that going to be the case for all of these statues, then? Yeah, these must be dedicated to different people, then. So what significance these people once held? Oh, that looks like it's going to be a boss fight. Come on. Do the angry noises. I know you want to. Presumably I have to blast these before it gets too far along. What do we got? So, giant carnivorous plant, huh? Wait, hang on. Unable to communicate due to a fusion with a Metroid. Is that what I just read? Huh. Did this civilization have some sort of contact with the Chozo at one point? Awesome. Alright, now you're gonna have multiple of these that I need to blast open, huh? Gyro, you're failing me here. Oh, right, there's two of them. That also works, I suppose. Actually, I see. Ow! Let me scan this down. Pollen sack, huh? Interesting. So once that I've locked on, I can use the jump. I can use the left analog to control its movement to an extent. That timed poorly. At least one of them's dead. Alright, back to focusing on blasting. I brought the other one back up, huh? Is there a more permanent way to destroy them? I wonder. Unless I'm supposed to use a miss. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I'm supposed to do. Ah, right, I don't have double jump. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do then. Let's let them both come up. Alright, this is what I'm supposed to do. Lock in. That gets rid of one. And we knock both of them out in quick succession. Now we blast you. Whoops. Presumably, this is going to get more complicated with a third fight, right? All right, so blast away the shell. Blast away the spinning boys. Not fast enough. I thought I was fast enough. Okay. Alright, and then fire away. 1. 2. And then a third. Gotcha. There we go. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, that's a cool way to keep me on my toes. There we go. Alright, get rid of these boys. Now they're even giving me missiles so I can whittle that down faster, huh? Okay, and now the spinning. Alright, don't try that. Just focus on survival right now. Okay, those two are good to go. Got the other one I need to blast. Walk in. Now that we're at this stage... I don't think the music's dramatic enough yet, boys. There we go. Okay. Rude. Down you go. Interesting. that's random. Oh, hey, Gilgamesh. How is Miles? I've seen footage of him. He doesn't seem that bad to me. People seem to hate him. Rewind the stream by about 30 minutes. You'll understand why I hate him. Because honestly, if he were 50% less millennial, it would probably be fine. That's the short version. Oh, more bombs. Nice. Wait, psychic... Okay. That's why they took away my morph bomb. Alrighty then. At least I can double back to where Miles is and try that out now. Alrighty. Let's see. I do like the aesthetic of this place. I still don't get it. He comes off normal to me. The issue is that he's a... Well, here's where what it boils down to me. They have some plausible deniability by the fact that he's an engineer, but if you've been training in the Marine Corps, you'd expect him to be less of a goof. I think that's really what it boils down to. So there are going to be people who are annoyed because, hey, they want Metroid Prime, they don't want to deal with NPCs, they just want to explore this strange alien world, see all the pretty sights and all that. And to be fair, there are pretty sights, and we have had a good time with it so far. That part at least seems to be fine, although probably a bit hand-holding near the start. But, to be fair, given how I handle Metroid Prime, perhaps it's warranted, given modern gamers. But the issue is that it's a bit too on the nose and a bit too, well, that just happened. And because of that, it can grow irritating, and it's one thing to have a talkative NPC, it's one thing to take it this far. And to have him be this talkative. This looks fancy. Oh, it's one of the keys we need. One of the keys required to activate the master teleporter. Yep.
Samus, do you copy?
Ah, great, he does have a comm link.
Long-range comms are back online.
Oh,
Did you
no.
achieve your objective? There's something I want to talk about. Meet me in base camp?
We're calling it base camp now? I guess that's not a bad name for it, to be fair. Bit arbitrary, but I'll roll with it. Also... So, concussive blast, does that include the morph bomb? Yes, it does. Anything special that I get through here? Must explore. Must explore all the things. Oh, hang on, where did this spit us out? Is this a new part of the map that I haven't been to? Yes, it is. Well, to be fair, I do want to explore over in that direction, so that's fine. Alrighty. Most people are, well, most, I'm not sure that word's supposed to be, aren't nerdy. Most people, oh, well, and he doesn't talk that much to me. Well, that's where it becomes subjective, but we can talk about that further once that we're not in the midst of this. Oh yeah, I guess I can test out the rockets against, if I could remember the damn. Okay, reset. There we go. Now I'm good. Alright, now we blast the small fry. Oh, if you're gonna lock on that. Die already, please. Thank you. How am I having more trouble against them than I did against the boss? Don't answer. Maybe I'm just numb, but honestly, he comes up as a normal guy. Hey, yeah, you're numb to it. You're just acclimated. We can argue about it later. For now, I want to keep focused on what the game has to say for itself. Hang on, why not scan that? And of course, now I have to fumble with the controls now that I'm distracted. Streamer tax is real. That's my excuse, anyway. At least the gyro's cooperating with me for the most part. Hang on, is this leading back into the... Ah, okay, useful. Well, I did say we'd be coming back to see to that. Thought it might be Morph Bomb related. Alright, nothing new there. I didn't scan this. Alright. So I haven't got any of those green crystals yet, just one of the keys. I guess we can carry on with that later.
Man, they did not design these for humans. Oh! Whoa! You are sneaky quiet, you know that?
How?
Hey, I'm glad you're back. That data you gave me earlier is really coming in handy. I've been able to translate the Lemorn language. This planet, Viros, doesn't appear on any of the known star charts. Might as well be a ghost. I tried sending out a distress signal, but there is no activity in this sector. It is eerily quiet. We could be anywhere. Or we could be nowhere. According to these maps, we shouldn't even be here. From what I gather, the only way off this planet is to retrieve 5 teleporter keys. Now, I'll do some digging to see if there's any way I can support you. Now that our comms are working, we should be able to share data. I can provide you with intel from here. What do you say? Teammates? Excellent. Hey, stay safe out there, Samus. I'll be here if you need me.
And if that was the extent of the dialogue we got from him, I'd have no complaints. That was fine. Perfectly acceptable as a companion to help guide you on your way. It was the initial section that rubbed people the wrong way. Are you using mouse? I'm using gyro right now. I think the mouse controls would work better if I were on my couch, but since that I'm in front of a TV trying to use it the same way that I would use... Well, actually, let me give a demonstration. So, the problem is right now, so I've reset it using the mouse controls right now. Actually, the problem... Well, actually, it might be easier to send a picture, because the problem is that my setup really isn't geared towards Metroid, well, the Joy-Con mouse. It's a bit messy right now, but I can show you what my mouse currently looks like. I'll throw this on the Discord. So... let's see, let me throw this in here. This is gonna look crazy out of context, but I'll throw this in anyway. Hiya. This is what my current setup looks like. So there's not a whole lot of room to go vertical, and so in theory it's doable. And if I eventually acclimated and got a mouse sensitivity I'm happy with, I'd probably be okay. But since that I'm used to having my mouse where it is, well, actually, let me try. Let's see, if I stood up properly, reset. That might be workable, actually. Let's try, well, I'll experiment with it next session, though. I just got comfortable with the gyro, so let's keep things simple for now.
Hey.
You didn't need to do that. See, that's the part that's a bit overkill. That's the part that's a bit overkill. Come on, take this a little more seriously.
Be careful, Samus.
won't have me there to watch your back.
You almost died when we fought those monsters earlier. Don't start with me. So are we gonna get some sort of electrical beam? I guess we'll find out. For now, at least. Out into Zivo! There we go. Honestly, that was fine. If it were the only time something like that happened, I would agree, perhaps. What's this? Only if exposed to extreme high temperatures. Alright, so we'll get the magma beam at some point, presumably. Oh, this looks fancy. Machine-era cargo transport system. Ballistic tech to launch specifically engineered capsules. Okay. And presumably I can step up onto it and blast myself up somewhere? How do I get up there? Oh, hang on. Oh, nope, wrong one. Nope. Hang on. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's really cool. That's why they made a distinction between the normal morph bomb and that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty, let's take a look around real quick. I wonder if I'll get to go into that tree at some point. Presumably? Or at least climb a bit of it. I think we were just over there earlier. Wonder if we can get over to that tower. Or is that where we came in, perhaps? Sure, looks pretty at least. Alrighty, let's get up there. Look out above! And I'd be worried about the number of sparks, and the jitteriness. Oh, interesting. Well, that's neat. I like that. That's a cool design. Oh. We got thrown into a desert? I expected to be thrown back up to the main platform. Although, this place is expansive. Why plop us down in the middle of nowhere, though? Well, the map seems to be telling us to go in that direction, so... Also, is there anything special from these? Oh hey, here are the green energy crystals. See mission status for detail. Okay, so there's a certain number that we're looking to collect, and presumably when the gauge fills up, I double back over there and make it worth my while. That would be my guess, anyway.
What you see in front of you is the entrance to the closest area with a teleporter key. If you want to contact me going forward, use the radio command on the map screen. I'll help in any way I can.
Alright, so at this point it's becoming more of an option whether to have Mackenzie offering commentary. Okay. That makes it better. Giving us the choice is always good. Now, what are you? Oh. How do I get you open? Electrifying the lower half. Again with electrifying, so there's going to be some kind of electric power-up as well as a heat power-up. Some stripe. Okay. Of course, there's nothing useful in the opened one, because that would make way too much sense. How's it going, boys? As we descend below. That's fancy. So are these Vuros specific? Yeah, Lemorne contain. Okay. Eh? Why are we going to cutscene mode? Oh. Hello. What are those? No, seriously, what are those? Oh, the androids. Oh. Why are they acting hostile, presumably? A real Cybot. Okay. Alright, breakable enough, I suppose, looking at that. Alright, breakable enough. But why are they suddenly throwing Cybots out? Or whatever they are. Oh jeez, that's a lot of damage all of a sudden. That is punishing. We don't see the direction they're at. That could really hurt. Jeez. One behind me? What was that? Okay, that's another down. Cool. Not all of them? Well, at least they gave me a decent amount.
Chrono Tower's protected by a force field. But if you want to get in there, we'll need to find a way to remove it. I'll do some research while you look for the teleporter keys.
I don't know if you necessarily needed that dialogue, and I think that's the other reason people are annoyed with Mackenzie, is that you don't need to say that. We're not idiots. Don't treat your player like idiots. Currently offline. Whatever Viola is, although I think they talked about it in... Well, I'm pretty sure they talked about it with respect to a feature they haven't shown yet, but I'm not gonna say. Where should I go? Special? Actually, wait. Dumb question. Probably too much to hope. Is there anything else around here of import? Let's see, there's that. Is there anything destructible around here beyond that? Okay, so we've got the usual destructible boxes. Just to make sure that I'm back to full, I guess. Which, to be fair, appreciated. So that is... Hang on. Is this over to the side? Oh, that looks important. Well, useful anyway. Let's take a look. Well, that was simple. So wherefore art we? He said. That way. Fuel barrel, huh? Alright, so I can't blast that open. Ah, here we are. That looks promising. Ah, a crack in the glass. Strong impact, cool. Didn't even need a missile. Anything else of import? Okay. Well, I guess that's our way to the next destination. Be on our way then. And where might this be? This about? Alright, so I guess I have to go this way then, huh? You're really hyping this up, aren't you? Oh, okay, good. You're not making me run the whole way. Good. Okay, good. Autosave. What lies within? Battery charge to 0. Anything interesting down this way before I get too far off the beaten path? If this ends up being where I need to go, I'm gonna laugh. That was where I needed to go, wasn't it? Hello. Yep, that was where I needed to go. Dang it, I wanted to explore some more. Although I probably would have just run into that sealed entrance and that would have been the end of that question. Location of teleporter key confirmed. Yeah, it looks like I would have just run into that and been done. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Allows vehicles and presumably humans too. Alright. Oops. How do I open? Okay. Fine, don't let me scan you. Well, there's a lot to scan in here. Absorb electrical energy, huh? Like delivery tree. You gonna let me scan that door now? Okay. What might this be? Spinner has become non-functional. Significant damage to the exterior frame and its internal circuitry is failed. Okay, presumably we're gonna get the electrical-based stuff then, huh? Is this spinner working? Okay. Oh, okay. Node 2 self. Containers equal die sometimes. And there she is. Nero bike. Huh? Designed for the psychic era. So what came So what was the order of the eras? So ancient makes sense. But you've also got, what, machinery and now psychic. I wonder what the differences are. Okay, currently locked. What might this be? Ah. So just another model then, huh? Tower 1 to Tower 3. Interesting. Okay. What do we got here? Map station, huh? Whoops. Wrong button. Don't see any point unless I can interact. Access code approved. Interesting. Let's see what we've got. Alright then. Okay, that lets us go in that direction. Nice. Okay. Tower 1 specifically, then. There's going to be 2 more towers that we'll need to retrieve data for, but that's okay. And then what we're looking for is all the way in that direction, presumably at one of the other towers or deep below them. Most likely deep below them, given the circumstances. I'm assuming I can't interact with this yet? Oh, I can. Oh, not quite yet. Makes sense. Did I interrupt Mackenzie as he was trying to tell me something important? Too bad. Oh.
Copy.
Damn it.
Finally, I got through. The lightning storm is playing tricks on my comms. Looks like you acquired the map to the facility. Let's take a peek.
You didn't need to do that.
Tower, you'll need to open the big door in this room. But without power, you won't be able to unlock it. Good news is, the generator is right down here. To get there, you'll need access to the lower levels. There's an elevator that will take you down. Would you like to hear that again?
No, I'm good.
Oh, and don't forget to stop by the save station. Oh boy, this storm's picking up. You might be on your own from here. Good work.
Alright, so I do remember that what was it? I do remember that the living computers in Metroid Prime 3 did similar, so I'll need to remind myself just how intrusive or otherwise it was. But it seems as if memory serves, that is in line with what we got before. Whether people like that or not is another matter, to be fair, but either way, I think that's where we'll call it. I think that's where we'll call it for now. Let's see, nothing too crazy as of the moment. Only 8%, huh? Still, I think that's where we'll call it for now. Let's see, so solid couple of hours in. That'll do. Alright, so got through the first area, got the first of 5. And still a decent amount of stuff to look for, so yeah. That seems like a decent place to stop. So, I guess then, first impression just based on those 2 hours, I can see why people are annoyed at Mackenzie, as if they dialed down the Millennial to by about 50%, or had him take things, or had him be a little less of a goofball, oh my god, everything's going crazy, oh that just happened. I think it would have been fine. But, still. I also wonder if it would have been better if people had been able to play Metroid Prime 3 before, because especially with the line that we just got, because that seemed to be about in line with what we got in Metroid Prime 3 from memory, but I don't know if that actually comports with reality. I guess this would be a good excuse for me to set up the Wii in the living room and find out for sure, even if I don't end up recording any of it. At least from that direction. I do have an idea for a living room setup to where I can better exploit stuff like the mouse controls in Metroid Prime 4 in future, but that's not something I was able to set up before this, so just gonna have to live without for now. Either way, putting that aside, as far as what you can expect going forward, this game is going to be the primary one that I focus on for the next few weeks, depending on how long it takes to get through, but it's not necessarily going to be on this channel. So, at this point, given where the Unscripted channel is, I think it makes more sense to let there just be a consistent once a week for the live streams here. But I want to get through this game at a bit of a faster clip, so one, I don't have my skills atrophy to the same degree as I would for basically any other game I play here. And two, well, I just want to see where all of this leads. I want to be closer to the ground floor so that I don't have to worry about spoilers, especially with respect to this game. Because with Age of Imprisonment, I could play that on my own without too much concern. With this game, I want to make sure that I'm playing this more regularly. That said, it's not going to be here because the audience that exists here is a much more diverse audience that doesn't just pay attention to the live streams. There's also the video response stuff. So, what I'm going to do, looking ahead, there's not going to be a live stream tomorrow. Or rather, I'm going to be continuing this, but I'm going to be continuing it on a different channel. If you are seeing the uploaded VOD, you're already on that channel. Otherwise, you can link in the description for a channel labeled as the Game Dungeon. So that is where I'm going to be streaming the remainder of this game, and it is going to be the primary thing I focus on as far as what I'm doing for YouTube, even above what I'm currently working on to try and wrap up a project for the review channel. That's my current focus anyway, so I'm just going to be spending the next week or so just spamming live streams over there. If you look back to the start of when I began live streaming over on this channel with Fire Emblem Three Houses, it's going to look like that. You're going to have at least almost consistently one a day at largely inconsistent times depending on when I'm able to jump in. But for the most part, it's going to be very consistent, one a day almost. The only exceptions to that will be on instances where we have the quote-unquote normal stream time over here, which is going to be relegated to the Friday time slot. And given that I'll have more than one game going, we'll keep it focused on Xenoblade 3 over here for now. So that's the plan overall. So is there anything else I need to add to that? Well, I think that covers everything of import, although there's a part of me that also wants to just barrel ahead and do a little bit of Metroid Prime 4 and then jump over to this channel to spend time with Xenoblade, but we'll work it out as needed. So this channel will be for experiments, all sorts of random stuff, as well as a weekly live stream, and then occasionally I might do 2 a week if the situation warrants it. But for the most part, if I'm looking to spam a game and focus on it above everything else, it'll be over on the Game Dungeon, and that's where this playthrough specifically will be continuing. So, now that that's seen to you, I'll go ahead and upload what I have to that Game Dungeon, so we've got that going. And from there, I guess tomorrow, as soon as I'm done with work, I suppose we will return to this, and this will be the primary thing I worry about. Although, actually, since that I'm replacing the stream tomorrow with this, maybe I could do it at the quote-unquote usual stream time. Well, I'll figure it out. Either way, that's what you can expect going forward. So, thus far, solid first impression. Some issues with Mackenzie, which I expected. Not as bad as I expected in some capacity. It ended up recovering eventually once the situation stopped being as insane, but you could have gone with a different characterization and people would have been a lot more open to it. I think that's the best way to describe it. Still, I suppose we will leave it there. So, next time we jump into this will be tomorrow on a different on the Game Dungeon channel. And hopefully, things continue to go smoothly as we explore around. I don't know how full completionist I want to go on this. I think for this first playthrough, I'm not going to worry about 100%ing it. I think I'll focus on just completing it. I think what I might want to do then is replay it on hard mode over on that channel, maybe at a slightly slower clip, and then use that as the opportunity to 100% it. Take a look back through everything, and maybe challenge myself by exclusively using the mouse controls, just to see if it really is worth its while. Might be worth considering. Either way, that's something I can figure out once I've played through it once. It's possible I just do that on my own, given that you don't necessarily need to see me going that full completionist, but we'll figure it out when time comes. Once we reach that point where it starts mattering, then we'll discuss it. Either way, that'll be all from me. Is there anything that I need to see to in chat? It doesn't look like it. Looks like we stayed primarily on topic today, so fair enough. Alrighty, so I guess then we'll call it here. Thank you all for stopping by. Solid start to this game. Let's hope it continues the momentum. Till then, I'll see you all till tomorrow when I can see to this some more. I will see you all later. Take care.